as athletes rings true.
Anthony's a tough guy, definitely explosive, very athletic, big dude, and he comes off the blocks hard.
David's an athlete. He isn't a pushover. I don't see him standing in front of me for long, and if he does, it's not going to be good for him. I don't plan on taking him down at all. I work to knock this guy out, not to play around with him.
A lot of people give him flack and stuff like that. I think that he's a legit fighter, and I want to fight the best. And I think that to be the best, you gotta beat the best.
With a combined 15 fights of UFC experience, tonight should be a crafty display of veteran strategy.
I can give, and I can take it as well. You know, how strong is your mind? Are you just strong when you're beating somebody up? Or can you be strong when you're getting beat up too?
When I go in there, I'm calm, I'm relaxed, but I also know that I'm going in there to get punched in the mouth. I might get punched in the mouth, but I'm going in there to hurt somebody, I'm not just gonna do the punching, I'm actually trying to hurt you.
For both fighters, a victory is sure to ignite a resurgence and a return to the big show. But tonight, these warriors zero in on the task at hand.
Victory with Anthony Johnson, I think, is big for my career. You know, he's a big name in MMA right now. I can't take that away from him. He's earned it. This is just what I do. If I'm going to play this game of MMA, I want to play it at the highest level. It's good for me. It's good for my soul. It's good for my experience. You know, I can't wait. I'm excited.
This is not just a fight. This is a fight that's a respectable fight with no grudges, no hard feelings. But we're still going to do what we have to do to get back where we need to be. I don't think about what's after that person that's in front of me. I just try and focus on what my task is at the time, and that's beating David Brandt. He's a man, I'm a man. We'll do what we got to do.
You get the feeling that, as with our other fights on here tonight, this main event will not go the distance. Let's throw it up to Tim Tialdo to get us underway.
Ladies and gentlemen, our feature fight tonight is brought to you by Jocko Clothing. Introducing out of the blue corner, Mr. David Brandt.
The highly likable David Brandt, who, as you saw earlier, got into mixed martial arts after buying UFC 3 on videotape from a crackhead. Back-to-back wins over Dominic Steele and Jeremy May for the former Union Iron worker. A long 9-week camp, he worked on staying sharp and on sparring with bigger sparring partners. 10-2 record coming in tonight. Brandt is confident that the weakness of Johnson will be his cardio, and he plans on gassing him out. A further look here at the resume of Brandt: 4 wins by TKO, 3 via submission, won 4 out of his last 5. All 4 wins went into the 3rd round. David Brandt, the question is, can he stay out of the way of the maniacal explosion he fully expects from Rumble here tonight? And can he capitalize? And is he right, Pat, on saying that Rumble's weakness is his mentality?
Yeah, I think he wants to. He flat out said, stay in his face, let him know he's not going anywhere. And once Johnson realizes that he's not going anywhere, he thinks he'll fold mentally. And pointed out the 2 losses that he has on his record. Val Harris was one of them, who heel hooked in, which Val Harris finishes almost everyone with leg locks. And then he got slammed in one of his fights against Gerald Harris, which, you know, that's a tough one. So he's a very solid guy. He's very well-rounded.
Our life doesn't get any better, Pat. We're here ringside in a fantastic main event, and Joe the Nose will just bought me a hot dog.
And welcome out of the red corner, Anthony Johnson.
Here he comes, Anthony Rumble Johnson. Both men making their Titan debut here tonight. Johnson has been working with strength and conditioning coach Jay-Z Santana from the Institute of Human Performance. That was to ensure that he made weight for this fight, which of course he didn't. Originally contracted, as we said, at 185, asked to be drawn up a new contract earlier this week when he said there was no way he could make 185. The loss to Vitor Belfort last time out, the wins over Brenneman and Dan Hardy, the loss to Koscheck, the win over Yoshida. He has been inconsistent, brings in a 10-4 record, had an 8-week training camp.
striker. He's very explosive, and he's gotten by on that explosiveness. But if Belfort pokes some holes in his game with that experience, you know, Branch feels the same way.
Outtail the tape, brought to you by Miller Lite. Choose Miller Lite and make time for Miller time. 10-2 versus 10-4. 2 years the older is David Branch. 1 inch the taller, Rumble Johnson. You see the weight there, 194.2 is what Rumble weighed in, and the reach, some 1.5 inches the way of David Branch. Our experts fight cage for this one. Striking Branch, ground game Johnson, speed to Branch, strength to Johnson, endurance to David Branch. And it's time for the main event of Titan Fighting Championships 22 on HTNet. Let's go up to Tim Tialdo.
Fighting out of the blue corner tonight with a record of 10-2. He's 6'1", 189 pounds. He's 30 years old, from Brooklyn, New York, David Branch. And his opponent with a record of 10-4. He is 6'2", 194 pounds. He's 28 years old, from Delray Beach, Florida, Anthony Johnson.
Fighters, center. You guys heard my instructions earlier. Obey my commands. Protect yourself all the time. I expect a clean fight. No fouls, understand? Touch him up, go back to your corner pad.
An intense stare down. Anthony Rumble Johnson with those crazy, weird eyes. David Branch plans on using his boxing to stay on the outside and ride out a very hard first minute that he expects from Rumble. Michael Chavello, Pat Miletich with you. The main event of Titan Fighting Championships 22 from Memorial Hall in Kansas City. Long-reaching jab early on from Branch. Rumble fakes. Branch fakes. Good inside leg kick. Rumble a little slow on the check. Another fake there from Branch.
Yeah, Branch is being smart, using those feints and fakes and good footwork to keep Johnson off balance.
Forcing Johnson to come to him, and Rumble just stops. This is clever from Branch at the moment on the outside, moving a lot, forcing Rumble to turn with him, to follow him. A fake from Rumble. Inside leg kick from Rumble. Branch just got the leg away in time. Jab from Rumble. Branch very light on the balls of his feet.
Yeah, for being big guys, they're both very quick.
He looked to shoot in there, David Branch. Rumble really starts to get frustrated. Jab from Rumble. Body shot off the lead hand from Branch. Branch says that once Rumble gets tagged on the jaw, he mentally loses it. He weakens, and then I'll capitalize. Can he tag Rumble on the jaw? Almost a head clash there. Oh, nice evasion. Got on the inside of the right hand, and knee on the inside. Strength display here, and they break off. Interesting, a 1 minute 40 so far of this fight.
Branch being smart, staying on the outside, using that jab, and then when he has to, tie him up.
Left round kick from Rumble, caught on the forearms. Again, gets on the inside of the right cross from Rumble. I like the head movement here of Branch. Stiff jab, and Rumble catches it with the inside of the right glove.
Something Rumble had problems with against Vitor Belfort. He didn't set his stuff up, didn't use a lot of feints and fakes. So Vitor Belfort was able to see everything coming and got out of the way of most of his stuff. That's something that we'll see if Johnson can change in this fight.
Oh, Johnson doing a beautiful jab, threading it through the guard of Rumble. Gets underneath the hook. Good weaving from Branch. Outside leg kick from Rumble, just above the knee. Turned it nicely. 2.5 minutes remains here in the first. Rumble continues to move forward. Branch on the back foot, making Rumble come after him. That was always going to be the game plan of David Branch.
Branch showing really good footwork in this fight. One thing Johnson needs to do is stop following Branch and cut off the ring. He's not able to do it. Can't be frustrated when you're not cutting him off.
Rumble setting the right hand here. Gets off the jab instead, but to no avail. Good outside leg kick. That one just caught the knee. They clinch up. Shoulder thrust there from Rumble.
I think he'd like to get a takedown here, but I don't know how easy that's going to be against Rumble Johnson. Very accomplished wrestler, very strong kid.
Branch backed up against the cage. Glances over towards his corner. Plenty of instructions coming for him. 10-2, David Branch. 10-4, Rumble Johnson. And they break off. Front kick. Gloves up nice and high for David Branch. He leads with the jab again. Good outside leg kick, chomped down on it, 45-degree angle. Probing with that jab. Rumble's got to close the distance, and again slams the outside thigh kick.
Johnson doing a nice job of throwing those low kicks to the outside of Branch's leg. Whenever Branch throws that jab, that'll definitely take your opponent's jab away from him. He'll stop throwing it eventually if he eats too many of those low kicks from it.
Right hand and a punt kick there. Claiming a shot behind the back of the head there, Branch. Right hand from Rumble. Branch is going to get off the cage here. Best shot of the fight so far from Anthony Rumble Johnson. Branch was dangerously circling off to his left, and it led him straight into the right hand of Johnson. Now he's wisely circling off to his right, going counterclockwise into the lead hand of Johnson. Left hook from Johnson. Branch said he wanted to draw Johnson into deep water.
10 seconds.
Certainly looks like he's doing that. Just going to ride down the clock here for the final 10 seconds. Much of the frustration, it seems, of Johnson.
Round.
Throws his hands up and says, come on and fight. And boos and cheers from the crowd, but it's a smart game plan from Branch, Pat.
I think it was a smart game plan. I mean, he moved well, staying on the outside, frustrate a guy like Johnson, make him make mistakes, overextend on his punches, be able to capitalize with either a takedown or a counter-punching barrage. There's a punch that came in. Branch can't complain about the back of the head because he ducked into that punch. Good try with the referee, though.
Huge crowd on hand here tonight at Memorial Hall in Kansas City. As always, they've turned out in droves. And what a night they've seen. No fight yet going past the second round at Titan Fighting Championships 22. 10-9 David Branch, says Pat Miletich on his scorecard. How are you scoring it, folks? Wherever you're watching at home, hope you're enjoying all the action.
Mouthpiece in, right?
How does Rumble look to you here, Pat?
Well, he looks frustrated. Like I said, he's not cutting off the ring. You know, you can't be mad at your opponent for running from you if you're not cutting him off and making him fight.
Second of 3, left hook off the bell there from Rumble Johnson. Branch shoots in, looking for a takedown. Johnson just shrugs him off.
Nice liver kick.
Nicely done. And again, he's grooving, he's moving, he's David Branch, circling counterclockwise. Fakes. Johnson trying to cut off the cage here, resets himself.
I think he's trying to obviously stay on the outside, but he's trying to turn Johnson into a punch. Get him to overcommit, like I say, turn it into something to his left or right and get clipped coming in.
Don't know if you'll be able to see it, but on the outside left thigh, the lead thigh of Branch, there is the imprint of the foot of Rumble Johnson. That is scary.
That's nice.
High left round there from Johnson. Good weave under the hook from Branch. He's going to get off the cage again here, David Branch. Here comes Rumble Johnson.
Branch being smart again there. Got himself caught against the cage. Saw the heaters flying at him from Johnson and tied him up. Smart move.
Looping high knee from Branch.
Doesn't always make for the most exciting fight, but it is smart.
Rumble using that shoulder thrust as he did in the first round. Nice corking knee to the right thigh there from Rumble, and that one was straight to the groin.
Groin, guys, let's go.
Branch is going to look for a knee here. Eats one instead.
Let's go.
There's a punch to the hamstring from Rumble. Don't see that often. Then there's one to the kidney.
Johnson rolled his eyes a minute ago. He's tired of being tied up and not being able to land punches when he's on the outside. Mental game going on here.
Has been a better round for Anthony Rumble Johnson here in the second. The first round, Pat gave the way of David Branch 10-9. There's a good shot of that. Outside left thigh, the imprint of Rumble's foot, courtesy of those kicks earlier on.
Let's go, work to
Already
improve.
very badly welted up.
You know, it's interesting now in the first round, Johnson was able to put him at Branch against the cage, but now Branch is able to pin him for the most time against the cage. You know, what's going on in Johnson's head right now?
Titan debut of both Anthony Rumble Johnson and David Branch, and now some boos and jeers from the audience. They want to see more action in this main event. They've been spoils all night.
I think we all have, yes.
Okay, guys, stop. Stop.
Referee Chuck Wolf gives him a slap and a tickle. And now we're back to striking.
Good restart by the referee.
Branch circling, gets on the inside of the left.
Getting in on that single. Johnson very strong in there.
Single leg here from Johnson, puts him on his back for the first time in the contest. And Rumble lands some ground and pound inside the closed guard, and Branch locks up the right arm.
Yeah, this is where Branch really wanted to be. Hey, turn it into a grappling match because he is a BJJ black belt.
Let's go, work from there, too.
Close guard for David Branch, locking down the right arm of Rumble Johnson. 1 minute 30 left in the second of 3.
Branch not opening that guard yet. Content to sit there and land a few shots now, putting the foot on the hip, looking for an angle. Start working for a submission.
Bill Cameron's blood from earlier in the night still decorating the canvas here.
Come on, let's go, work to improve.
Chuck Wolf may very well stand these two men up.
Trying to walk those legs up, but at this point in the fight, they're both so sweaty. Gets very slippery in there. Tough to get that friction needed to walk the legs up.
Top and bottom, let's go, work.
Referee encouraging both men to work here. The crowd getting a little restless at Memorial Hall. Foot on hips here, the right foot from Branch now closes the guard yet again. 40 seconds remaining in the second.
Johnson's obviously doing a good job of keeping him squared up with him with that foot on his hip. Still not able to get the angles going. So there's good counter pressure from Johnson, obviously keeping him there.
Let's go, guys, keep working.
Right arm of Johnson still locked down. Look at that thigh and hamstring area on the left leg of David Branch. A kaleidoscope of reds and purples.
That triangle.
Throws the legs up, pulls the head down, stitches up the triangle, but maybe too late in this round to affect it.
That's getting tight, man.
If it only may have come 20 seconds earlier for David Branch. 2 rounds down, 1 remaining. For the first time tonight, we get out of the second stanza. Pat, your thoughts going into the third?
Well, I have it 1 round apiece. I mean, the first round was very close. Could have gone either way. But really, it's too close for either guy to take it easy in the third round. I think we might see some fireworks going into the third here. Couple nice shots thrown in that last round. There's the low kick off the jab of Branch. Johnson, good timing on that and doing the damage that he needed to. That's going to look a lot uglier tomorrow morning, trust me.
Hitting that hamstring, cracking against that sciatic nerve. A lot of damage incurred on the lead thigh. 19 points apiece after 2 with 1 round remaining, says Pat Miletich. Much better second round for Rumble. Branch needs to keep moving, but while he's moving, he needs to throw punches. Yeah, that's what he's doing now. Threads that jab.
Definitely has to get after it in this round. Reaching down low for that kick. He's got to be careful reaching down for those kicks. He's going to catch one to the melon. Johnson's known for the high kicks.
And again, a Branch is circling into the right hand of Johnson. Not the way he wants to be going here.
And it's good to always, a guy that runs on you, it's a good way to corral a guy is throw a punch to one side of his head deliberately where it's going to miss, so the guy moves his head into the next one on the other side.
High left round, and it doubles up, and it does Rumble Johnson. David Branch is going to get off the cage, and he does. Easy front kick from Johnson, and he got caught. Branch turns him around now. Both men clinch up.
Johnson throwing that knee and giving his leg to Branch, showing his wrestling ability. Branch had the single leg solid, and Johnson just put weight on it, sucked it back out of there.
Under 4 minutes remains in the third and final round of our main event. 19 points apiece after 2 is how we have it scored here ringside. Are we going to go down to the judges for the first time tonight, or can Branch or Johnson finish? Oh, it tries to pull guard, and Rumble just throws him off, says, I'll have none of that.
Yeah, I think he tried a flying triangle there, the opposite side of their bodies. We couldn't see very well, but Johnson, obviously, that arm was under the leg, so I think that's what he was trying to do.
Rumble feints the right hand. Overhand right, he telegraphed that one. Good inside leg kick to that femoral profunda. Snappy jab from Branch, and again, there's the outside thigh kick that has done so much damage. And this is more like it from Rumble Johnson. Branch not moving as well as he was in the previous 2 rounds. Perhaps those leg kicks are slowing him down, making him more flat-footed.
Absolutely. He's doing a little better job of cutting him off and exploding in on him.
Weaves under the hook. Puts Johnson inside the guard and closes it, does Branch.
Johnson was trying desperately to get back to his feet. Branch sucked him back into the guard.
2 minutes 35 now remains. Rumble Johnson trying to yank the left hand free.
Now you really have to kind of feel for Johnson here. He wants to fight. And Branch is slowing the action down, knowing that he's dealing with a sick athlete. It's a smart move on his part, but Johnson needs to figure out a way to turn this back into an explosive fight.
Shoulder again there from Rumble. It is not the barn burner of the fight many thought it may have been. Foot on the hips from Branch. And closes the guard again. Under 2 minutes remains now. Oh, Johnson just pops up. He wanted to drop that hammer of a right hand. Wasn't to be, though. Once again, inside full guard.
Let's go, guys.
Good awareness to pop out of that triangle. Branch stuffing the hands and looking for that.
Do not touch the cage. Don't grab the cage.
Chuck Wolf just warning Branch not to grab hold of the cage to better his position here.
And he got scolded, but he got to where he wanted to be.
Stop. Stand up.
Slap it a tickle, and we are going to stand them up with 90 seconds remaining. Fair call there from referee Chuck Wolf, Pat.
Absolutely. Good call.
Nice jab from Branch. Takes an inside thigh kick. Branch has got to get to work, in my opinion, Pat.
Yeah, I think he's losing this round in the fight overall. So Branch has got to get after it.
Nice jab. Tries to thread it again. They clash heads.
Johnson doing a good job of changing levels with him that time.
Long-reaching jab from Johnson. Switches to southpaw. Ooh. Front headlock here. Drives the knee to the top of the head.
Trying to tug him down with that front headlock. Johnson's been there a million times in his life. Got to be careful not to get guillotined here, armed and guillotined. Well, Branch decided not to go for it.
Is it a missed opportunity here for David Branch? Half a minute remaining in the fight. Rumble Johnson breaks off. Who's got the heavy artillery now? High right round from Branch. Johnson just fakes. Blowing heavily here is Anthony Rumble Johnson. Trying to push kick that lead thigh. Thigh style there, Rumble.
Neither guy showing they really want it here.
Has Branch got a Hail Mary shot? The crowd booing and jeering. It is not the main event they hoped for. And there it is, 3 rounds down. We go to the judges for the first time tonight. Well, not a barn burner, nothing close to it. You can say that Branch fought smart, but at the end of the day, perhaps not smart enough, Pat, to capitalize, especially towards the end there where Rumble was obviously gassed.
Yeah, you know, he needed to capitalize. I mean, he was doing a great job moving while he was on his feet, but he needed to throw some counter punches. Johnson did a good job in this round of exploding, throwing that head kick that was blocked and then doubling up on it. The second one landed, trying to land that knee, really trying to make things happen. So, you know, you got to give him credit. He was trying to push the pace in this fight, and I think the judges would probably notice that, especially in this round.
Rumble Johnson, David Branch. Branch and Johnson both looking for their 11th career victory. Both not too confident here in the cage, thinking it may swing either way. Certainly a slow opening round for Anthony Johnson. Branch perhaps failing to sit behind his jab effectively in the second and the third. It's a fantastic night here at Titan Fighting Championships 22. First 6 fights did not go beyond the second round. Third fight went all the way. Johnson gives a little nod here to the crowd. Confident perhaps that he'll get it. Scorecard's a little slow coming in here. Okay, now we've got him. Tim Tialdo with the decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, Judge Henry Geary scores the bout 30-27 in favor of the red corner. Judge Kevin Champion scores the bout 30-27 in favor of the red corner. And Judge Mike Munoz scores the bout 30-27 in favor of the red corner. Your winner by unanimous decision, out of the red corner, Anthony Johnson.
It may be Johnson's final fight at this weight. Joe Kelly tells us next time he will be at 205. Let's go up to Pat Miletich.
All right, I'm here with Anthony Rumble Johnson. Anthony, you know, it seemed like you were trying to push the pace, trying to cut him off. How frustrating was that for you?
It was frustrating, but I mean, you find people like that in training too, so you kind of get used to it. But this is a fight. This is what we're supposed to do. This is what we get paid for. This is what the fans want to see, a fight. So I wasn't too thrilled about the circling around, running away, if that's what you want to call it.
Did you get a little bit tired in the third round at all from the weight cut?
No, not at all. I mean, I was going after him, you know what I mean? When you just keep putting pressure and pressure and having to stop and change directions all the time, anybody will start breathing heavy. That's just the human body. But overall, I was in good shape.
Right, you looked good, but we obviously have to discuss the weight issues. This is the fourth time in your career when you have not been able to make weight, and I have to bring it up, and I know it probably bothers you, but we have to confront this. What's next for you after not making weight in this fight? Are you going to move up to 205, or are you going to try to go back down to 85?
Well, they had us contracted at 195, but it is what it is. Originally, we were supposed to make 185, and then we got contracted to make 195. I was 10 pounds away the day before, and my body once again just shuts down. I don't know, man. I honestly have to go see a doctor or something about what's going on in my body, because last time in Brazil, my body shut down, my legs cut out. Now my body's stopping, the sweat coming out. But it is what it is. I can't stop it. I just got to keep moving forward.
And do you think if you go up to 205, those guys are cutting down from 235, 240, some of them. Those are some big men. Are you going to be able to deal with that size?
Yeah.
That's a simple answer for me. Congratulations, Anthony Johnson. Your winner, ladies and gentlemen.
Anthony Rumble Johnson back in the winner's circle tonight at 195. Next time it will be at 205. Just to clarify once again, Johnson was originally contracted to fight at 185. The call came into Joe Kelly during the week saying he could not make weight. They wanted to change the contract to 195. Joe Kelly agreed, and David Branch was handed more than 20% of Rumble Johnson's purse.